Hey YouTube, SoulPrime13 here with another video review. Today we're going to be looking at the third-party figure AL01 Ruller, which I'm trying to see if looks like it's from ModFans as the producer, manufacturer, whatnot. Here we have the box with some line art there, more line art on the side. More line art on the side. 1:1 scale size for the picture. Yay! There we got the vehicle mode and some faint line art of the robot there. And your usual legal jargon. Made in China! And not really much on the top and bottom. Just some more line art that's really hard to see because it's black on dark blue. Okay. And that's it for the box. And of course, we do have our lovely instructions here, and they're pretty straightforward. They're decent enough. There are a couple things that aren't really mentioned, but I'll get to that. But there is that. And here we have Ruller, not roller, but roller with a U. And he's a pretty fun figure. I'm actually really enjoying this guy. Just kind of pre-ordered this guy a while back because I thought he looked kind of neat. And yeah, now I want to get the Nemesis repaint. There's also a silver repaint to go with the, I believe it was the G1 figure. But yeah, it feels very solid. It's got very nice paint job. Some very nice metallic blues. We got some clear red plastic there for the tail lights. Got his little lamp there. Some more of that metallic blue. A very nice red, and he's got his window pecs. He sort of feels like a mix between Ultra Magnus and Optimus as far as like his design. But I really do like him. For some reason, I really dig how the tires sit on his legs. Something about that is just really cool to me. But yeah, very fun figure. And here we have his accessories. He comes with his hose and 2 blasters. So we'll take a quick look at these. And the hose can just plug into the back of the guns. And you can plug the guns together to make a bigger gun if you so choose. Now the one thing that I definitely know is not mentioned in the instructions is this hose itself. It's not even pictured at all. It is pictured in the promo pics, but one of the reasons that this is kind of a bother is the hose doesn't seem to plug in anywhere to the actual robot. The only place I have found that like it really sits on the robot is actually this random hole in his arm right here. So like it'll go in there and you can do that. But you know, this is more for like the vehicle mode, and it does not have a plug-in for the vehicle. So yeah, it's kind of a bit of a bummer. But moving on, let's talk about his articulation. We do get 360 at the shoulders. They are on ball joints. We do get an elbow or a bicep swivel. You get double jointed elbows for transformation. You can theoretically move the wrist up and down, and he does have a wrist rotation, which is nice. He does have a waist swivel. He also has a ball joint in the mid torso, so you can get plenty of movement there. Lots of posability there. I really dig that. The head is on a ball joint. You get a decent amount of wiggle waggle there. And the legs, so you can move the hip skirts, both the back and the front, so you can kick that far forward, kick that far back. We do get plenty of bend at the knee, over 90 degrees. Bring that back down. You do get all the way out to the side, even a little bit further. And then he does have the movement up and down at the toe, and he does have that pivot at the ankle. So definitely plenty of posability there. Overall, very satisfied with the articulation and the overall robot mode. Like I really dig the robot mode. But I think we'll just do a couple quick size comparisons here. Here he is next to G1 Optimus and the G1 trailer. So there's that. And here he is next to MP10 and the MP10 trailer. And he is also compatible with, I believe, the MP44 trailer, but I do not have one of those. So there's that. Moving on to transformation, it's pretty straightforward for the most part. There's a couple slightly annoying bits, but for the most part, that is also pretty solid. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up his panels here on the bottom of his arm and fold that hand in and close that up. We're going to fold that out and put that in and then close that up. Then what we're going to do is we are going to lift this panel here on the side of his arm like so, and then we're going to lift that whole panel up like so. That's going to reveal this slot. You're going to take that double elbow and put this tab into that slot. So I'll just get that up. There we go for that. Then we're going to come back here, and this piece right here on the back of his shoulder is going to lift up. No. There we go. Lift up like so. Just rinse and repeat on the other side. We'll go ahead and grab that panel there. Doesn't want to seem to come up for some reason. Come on. Don't know why this is being so snug all of a sudden. Yeah, fine. We'll come back to that. Anyway, gonna lift this panel, flip that up, use that double elbow, put that together, and we can just sort of get, there we go. And that doesn't lock in or anything. I don't know why it just wouldn't budge. But anywho, then we're going to come back here to this backpack piece and we're going to wiggle that out on a hinge. Then we're going to untab these back panels. There's a little notch here. You're just going to slide it up. You're just going to pull on it. And then you can sort of angle it and just push it forward like so. Bring it up and around. So you're just going to bring that straight out and then just sort of push it up around this and forward like that. And then remember, I don't think. Oh, right. Then you're going to come here, sort of move these out of the way, and then this whole side panel is going to come down. Sort of scoot that away, whole side panel comes down, and then going to rotate these like so, so that the wheels are facing towards his chest, and you're going to use this double hinge, and it's going to slide that piece back into place. Not what I wanted. Come on. There we go. And we're going to double hinge this up and bring this in towards the center of the body, like so. And then this whole bit, you're going to slide through, and that hole in the arm I mentioned before right here is going to go into these pegs on either side. So I just sort of want to probably wiggle that back out just a tiny bit, just to make sure we can get in there well enough. And there we go. Bring that back in like so. There's that. And then we're going to take his chest, and that's going to come out on another double hinge. And we're going to bring that down. And as you can see, there are 4 slots and 2 tabs. Basically, for the vehicle mode, you want to be using the lower tabs. Just bring that down. And then as for this, what we're going to do is, you can see that there is a tab there. That's going to go into that slot on the red. And this is one of the few parts that's a little fiddly. But, ow. And that was me hitting my knee. Hooray. But yeah, just might have to fiddle with this a little bit just to get it to line up. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't quite want to line up as easily as it should. So I'm pretty sure I got it compressed as far as I can. So let's try the other side, see if that goes in a little easier. There it goes. And then once you get that tabbed in, you'll fold this tab into that open slot from where the chest was before, like so. Alright, get that in there. For some reason they sit too high up for the slot, so you kind of gotta squeeze everything down to get it to line up. Come on. There we go, geez. Anyway, then we fold that over. And for this, you can just sort of angle this how you want. And that'll just sort of come down here. And it's sort of hard to see, but there's a slight notch to the red hinge. And then there's a slight outward tab on this blue piece that'll sort of come in and wrap around. There we go. That'll hold that in place. And there is the back of the vehicle pretty much done. And the front of the vehicle is pretty straightforward. So first we're going to come here and flip in the heels, like so. And then we're going to come here, better if I spread the legs apart, this whole section right here, the second bump on like his shin, is going to come up like so, and raise up on a hinge and come up and tab in. So do it from the other side here. You can sort of see where the line is, and you're just sort of going to bring it up and over and onto this little tab right here. And then I think, yeah, that's about it for the foot. You just sort of, yeah, you just sort of set it up there. It's not actually tabbing out. And then you're going to fold out these wheels like so. Fold them out, fold them out. Just bring those legs together. And then, yeah, just sort of flip these over like so. And then I do believe that these have to connect somehow. Yeah, okay. So there is a little slot, where'd it go? Right here. You can sort of see it. And that's going to tab over this little red bit. So, can't really see it, so you just kind of have to wiggle it around and feel for it going in, but for the most part, the legs cooperate a lot better than the rest was doing earlier. And then, I believe, yeah, then that actually in? I don't think that's actually all the way in. Is it? Anyway, then these little panels that I've been flipping around back and forth, those you just bring down, squeeze into that gap. Yeah, it probably already did, but you want to make sure that these like kneecap pieces are down. And there you have him in his little buggy mode. And it looks good. You know, got a little light here, little port up there. Nice silver on the wheels with a little red highlight. And there, right there, that is the second major issue I have with this. And it's not a huge issue, I'll be honest. These don't actually tab in. You can sort of see how like they have this sort of little suspension piece that like will grab it as you push up, but it doesn't actually stop you from like moving it down. So as you're, you know, moving around, these will easily get pushed down. But because, you know, when you set it down, because those are there, they hold it in place. But he rolls like a dream. He just glides across the table. So he rolls very nicely. And we can take the gun again, and you want to rotate the second one so that the handle is to the side, and you can put that like so. But again, there's not really anywhere to plug the hose in. Yeah, there's no port for the hose. You would think that it would be like on these white bits or something, but nope, they're solid. There's nothing. It's not mentioned in the instructions. The hose itself isn't mentioned in the instructions. So yeah, I can't really, you know, do anything. They can sort of tuck it in between something here like that, so you at least get the effect that it's plugged in. But there's no designated port, so a little bit disappointing. But that's pretty much the end of my complaints there. But we'll bring in the let's see. Yeah, definitely doesn't fit with the G1 trailer there, but do want to bring in a related size comparison of the let's see, where is it? There. With the original roller from the G1 toy, so you can get an idea of how big he is. And here's a modern deluxe, the current sideswipe mold that we got going on. So he's around a large deluxe small Voyager, I would say. He's got some good size to him. Let me close this trailer back up. But I do believe you can tow the MP10. No, this is the one with the double. Wait, yes, he can. Yeah, because he's got the two slots. So if we just, yeah, as the wheels do that thing. So you just sort of. Do I gotta take the little light thingy off, or is this actually just fit? Come on. Okay. You gotta take this little light piece out, and it just plugs in. So yeah, there. Actually, let me put this on. Assuming it's not warped or something. There we go. Looks a little funny, but yeah, there. Can tow the trailer. And yeah, I believe 44 just has a post that would go in here. So you can tow a variety of trailers. I'm sure the Earthrise one will work there as well, because that one's just a little post. But I'm gonna put this light back in so I don't lose it. And yeah, I do have Earthrise Prime in vehicle mode, so yeah, sort of in between a Deluxe and a Voyager. But he's like I think $33 is what I paid for him. Got mine on Show Z, so he feels worth the price. Like, he's got a very clean paint job. The engineering for 99% is solid. It's really just getting these tabbed in. And again, these not tabbing in is kind of annoying, but when he's actually sitting on the wheels, the way that they're designed, they hold it in place fine. And like you see, they glide really well. He just rolls perfectly. So yeah. And again, the hose is, yeah, I wish it plugged in somewhere specific, but you can just, you know, tuck it in, and hey, it's plugged in. So most of the complaints are relatively minor, all things considered. I think I'd give this guy a 9 out of 10. He's really fun to flip back and forth. You know, he looks really good, and it's more or less an original character. You know, Ruller is a thing, but you know, he's never been an actual Transformer as far as I'm aware. So this is a really cool piece. I'm really glad I decided to pick this up. And yeah, I don't think there's too much else to say. Yeah, this company, what was it? Mod Fans. You know, they just have this guy in like 3 different color schemes. They have this one, the silver one, and then like the Nemesis, like black and teal kind of color scheme. But I do at least want to get the Nemesis one. I think I'm fine with this one for my Optimus Primes. I don't really need the silver one per se, but you know, it's an option there if that's what you prefer, because like you just saw with the G1 toy, the original toy was silver. So yeah, I do think this is a really solid piece, and it's honestly really affordable compared to what, you know, a lot of third-party figures have been, because like most $30 third-party toys are either, you know, a legend scale, or you know, they're like a part of a set maybe, and you know, anything else is either going to be like a fourth-party knockoff, or you know, something not that great. So I feel like for his price and size, he really knocks it out of the park. But anyway, that's enough of me rambling on. So I hope you all enjoyed this review of the modtoys roller. Yeah. So yeah, this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.